You know what? Let me not hit a singing bowl this time around. Miss Tulip, come say hi to the fans. Come say hi to the people. You have so many fans, Tulip. I hope this makes you smile, and I hope you have a fabulous reading, y'all. I love you so much. Hello, my beautiful Libra darling. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Libra. So if you find any tarot cards that resonate with you in this weekly reading today, be sure to let me know in the comments below which cards resonate and how they do. If you enjoy this reading today as well, or you just enjoy my vibe, darling, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to do that for me, Libra. Remember though, put this in perspective, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. Tarot cards are just meant to, Libra, give you some food for thought, a perspective to consider, but never making the choices in your life. Remember that always, darling. But with all that being said, Libra, let's just jump into your weekly tarot horoscope reading. I also posted, Libra, your monthly tarot reading as well, so if you haven't seen that as well, I'll leave a link somewhere around here for you to be checking out. But Libra, let's just get into your reading here today. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's just start the spread, darling, shall we? You have the Death card stepping forward with the Six of Swords, as well as the Knight of Swords. Swords, darling, your energy, Libra. And then we have the Magician card coming in here, with the Sun card coming in here. Come on now, darling. And the Ten of Wands, Libra. And then for your last row here, we have the Fool card. This is what I like to see, darling. Come on now, Libra. We have the Four of Pentacles coming in, as well as the Page of Wands. All right, Libra. So very impactful cards that we have going on for you, darling. Very impactful cards indeed. I like this a lot, just because the Sun energy is the focal point of y'all's reading, Libra. So let's get into your first row, darling. We have the Death card, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Swords coming in here, right? So something in your past recently, Libra, you guys were going through a pretty heavy transition, darling. I wouldn't be surprised if recently, Libra, some of you, I just heard like a specific message of where some of you guys might have been having some thoughts recently, Libra, in regards to walking away from a situation, closing the book, closing the chapter in regards to a situation. I also heard the word emotionally detaching, Libra. I don't know what's going on that happened in the past for you, or in the recent past, rather, because I do feel like this is something that's recent for you, Libra. But you are going through some type of a transition here in this first row. But it's almost as if like this transition, you feel like is necessary for you, Libra, because of this Knight of Swords being the focal point of, well, rather what it is I'm focusing on with this, Libra, because it shows to me that you needed to have some type of closure. You needed to put a closing chapter to this book to really start the next phase of your life, right? This feels like for you, you feel as if, Libra, you couldn't go forward anymore with some type of situation that's been going on in your life, or that was going on in your life, darling. In your second row here, we have, with that Magician card, the Sun card, and this Ten of Wands, Libra, you're on the path and towards of creation, darling, right? And in this creation, there seems to be like the focal point of releasing some type of baggage, releasing some type of weight that's been weighing heavy on you, darling. So for some of you guys, it could be just like a financial stress for you. You have the Knight of Cups in the back of the deck as well. We'll get into this later. For some of you, it might be in this name of like you really taking a much more active role in your life in terms of creating more financial abundance in your life, darling, to relieve some of that financial stress that you're having. For some of you guys, if this is in regards to a social dynamic, it feels as if, Libra, I am going to be honest here, I don't really get too much socially. I feel like this is very much so career-oriented, goal-oriented for my Libras, so I'm not going to really hone in on the message for socially. for most of you guys. But again, I want to point out to the Sun card being the main energy, the middleman card in this spread right here. And then in your third row here, we have the Fool card, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands coming in here. So Libra, this is really setting you up for success, darling, right? Whatever it is going on here, whatever the actions that you take today and this week in terms of your creation, even if your goal right now is to be fixing like an immediate problem that you're perceiving in your life, it really feels as if like the stuff that you're doing today, it may not right now, Libra, giving you the results is what you're hoping to be having with some of the things that you're doing, but it feels like it just feels as if you're setting the things that you're doing now are just setting you up very fabulously, darling, for your future. Even in that first row here with that Death card and Six of Swords, this showcases to me where it's like, even though you may have been trying to rectify an immediate problem in your life that was just needing to be cut off in your life, Libra, it's going to be making so much sense to you, I feel, for a later point down your road of why you needed to cut it out. Because, with that Page of Wands here, the Page of Wands represents new opportunity coming forward into your life. Four of Pentacles is something, proper investments, and you just kind of having to just sit and wait it out a little bit. Playing the long game, Libra, is really seemingly to be the theme for you, which I just remembered I didn't get a theme card for you guys for this week, so let me do that now. You have the Sun card. Girl, come on now, Libra. You have the Sun card as the main focal point of this energy as well. So you not only have it as the centerfold energy, but you have it as the energy shining on quite literally your entire week. And, the Sun card, Libra, is all about abundance and just a very fortunate, abundant time for you, filled with prosperity. Really, again, just a fabulous message for my Libras that are really focusing in on their finances or just career oriented. In that Fool card, you're stepping into a new chapter and stepping into a new journey. And so I do feel as if with this Page of Wands that we have coming in here in your final row, Libra, this new opportunity is almost as if like setting you up in terms of doing something much more like like a new job, I guess I would say. But just based off of this energy, I feel like it's just a little bit greater than just like a new job. This may just be my own bias coming in, darling Libra, but I kind of see this very much so powerful for my entrepreneurs, for my self-starter Libras, for my self-employed Libras, or the ones that are hoping to get to that point, right? Because I do feel in the second row, we're tapping into your current energy, right? And that 10 of Wands more so representing Libra, you just alleviating the stress and the burden that you're having right now, which would be maybe for some of you guys making your hobby your main income, right? And so I'm really going to be speaking to my self-employed Libras, or those my Libras that are at the very least trying to make something from nothing, essentially, right? So let's get some clarifying cards in regards to this, right? Let's start getting into the juice of this. Libra, you got such fabulous cards right off the bat. You have the World card clarifying your Death card coming in here. So you guys definitely closed off some type of cycle in your life. The Nine of Cups coming in under your Six of Swords. You closed this cycle off, Libra, just because, I don't want to say just because, but because of the fact that it wasn't in alignment with your journey anymore. Libra, it feels almost as if something that, whatever that cycle was, whether this is involving a person or a job, you were able to realize or acknowledge that this was no longer taking you down the path that you needed to go for the thing that you most desire, Libra. And then you have the Four of Cups coming in with the Knight of Swords. This is something you did try to resist for a while, Libra. Whether this was intentional or not intentional, it feels as if like you had several signs presenting itself to you, Libra, being like, speaking of that World card situation of this cycle, darling, where you're just like, you probably had some hints or some ideas being like, I don't know if this is for me anymore, darling, right? But you were resistant to it for a while. And so it's kind of like a know, we haven't even gotten to your spirit guide portion, Libra, but I do really feel heavily called from a spiritual aspect for those that resonate, and, you know, take this with a grain of salt, darling, I suppose, if you don't resonate in terms of spiritual portions. But I feel like there's a very strong spiritual message of speaking just like how proud they are of you, Libra, for those that have an active connection with your spirit guides or ancestors. So whoever that message is for, darling, just know that if you have no one else in your life telling you how proud you are of you, they are of you, Libra. And just know that you have some spiritual forces really shining upon you so brightly, obviously with that sun card, darling. So and continuing on with the clarifiers, we have the Lover's card clarifying your Magician card. So the Lover's card is the most complex card in the deck, Libra. And, you know, with the Lovers, it does represent, I kind of see this more so just, I keep on hearing contracts, Libra. And contracts are just like commitments. And so I really feel as if, Libra, you guys are on the path towards committing to just very much so a very new journey in your life, whether this is committing to opening up your own shop, or committing to whatever your narrative is, Libra. It just shows to me, as the Magician, you're crafting your lover's moment, whatever that lover's moment represents for you. Think big picture, Libra, in this regard. Think of the big picture. You have the Six of Swords coming in, clarifying the Sun card. So this makes sense. Like, this was your turning point, Libra. Whatever you had to walk away from, Libra, that was your turning point. That was when the next phase of your life started. And that's when the abundance started happening, right? It's almost as if that's when the wheels of fortune, even though we haven't pulled the card, that's when the wheels of fortune started turning in your favor. And then you have the Death card coming in under clarifying your Ten of Wands, which is a fabulous time. This is like what you want to be seeing, darling, when you have these cards coming in here. This is the death of the struggle, so very much so the death of the financial burdens, or even just like the burdens in general, like whatever it was that you had to walk away from, darling, you walking away from it, like it's like you're closing that chapter, darling, and no longer are you gonna have like this heavy weight weighing on you, Libra. Clarifying the Fool card, we have the Ten of Pentacles coming in here. Fabulous card. Again, for finances, you're really building a lot of stability in your life, Libra. I don't even know why I'm trying to show you guys these cards, darling, with my lighting right now. Even though we have some colorfulness going on, darling, I don't feel like you can see the cards. Oh, here's the Wheel of Fortune that I was talking about. The Wheel of Fortune coming in, clarifying your Four of Pentacles. So really confirming what I was just saying, Libra, where it's like the Wheels of Fortune are starting to turn in your favor. And now that it's turning in your favor, because it's clarifying your Four of Pentacles, it's like the new proper investments for you, like the fortune turning where you can make really solid investments. And then you have the Eight of Swords clarifying your Page of Wands. So whatever you felt restricted in, like, let's just use like in a narrative, like I heard modeling, Libra, for some of you guys, but let's just say for like writing something, right? Whatever situation here that you were dealing with beforehand, I know you can't see the row, but with that Death card and Six of Swords, whatever it is you had to walk away from, it feels as if that situation was directly making you blind to your own potential, like what it is you could tap into, making you insecure, making you feel like you couldn't do it. Maybe you just didn't have the time to do it anymore, Libra. Regardless of the situation, Nine of Wands, you're being rewarded for being that wounded warrior, for persevering, Libra. And remember, we have the Knight of Cups coming in here as the back of the deck energy. So what you don't see coming is this offer, Libra. You don't see this opportunity coming in. And so for my Libras that are feeling a little bit hopeless right now, or just stressed out because of this heavy transition that's been weighing on their mind, darling, just know that, this, with that Six of Swords moment, that's when you really want to be celebrating, because that is when the big transitions happen in your life, Libra. That is when the sun starts speaking out for you, darling, right? So now, Libra, just fabulous for reading overall. I can't help but be happy about it, just because I'm a Libra, as well as I feel like I always need to make it a point to be known, darling. So now, Libra, let's get into your spirit guide and ancestral messages this week. Let's see, Libra, what insights they have for you today, darling. Such a fabulous starting reading for you, Libra. I like it. Ace of Cups, this is continuing on, girl, but we still have 2 more cards to be pulling, so let's not get carried away. 9 of Wands, what was I just saying, Libra? You being rewarded for being the wounded or persevering as that wounded warrior, and the World card coming in, darling Libra. And so, girl, so you close off that one cycle, darling, right? And I didn't really get into too much detail with the Fool card, but you know, as I said, the Fool card is taking that leap of faith. And so I really feel like the message coming in from your spirit guides, Libra, is that you're just, again, being really rewarded through you persevering as the wounded warrior, the 9 of Wands, and really being welcomed into like new opportunities. Your cup being not only just filled, but overflowing, darling, right? So like 9 of Wands, like you're having a lot of repetitive cards, Libra. And take note of that as well. You're having a lot of repetitive cards, so this really hopefully dismisses some of the skepticism some of you Libras might have towards this message, because what are the chances that you're having 2 decks, two entirely different decks giving you the same cards, darling? So let's clarify this to see if it's even needing clarification. What was it, Libra? Libra, Ace of Cups, girl. Ace of Cups. What was I just saying? A Libra, come on now. You have the Hanged Man coming in here, clarifying the 9 of Wands, and then you have the 9 of Pentacles clarifying the World card. And I always say the 9 of Pentacles, Libra, is the card of very powerful for my self-employed ones. You know, this 9 of Pentacles to me represents very much so abundance in terms of like you being able to create your own financial security, right? And it's through you listening to your intuition. That's why the 9 of Pentacles is always represented with some type of bird, or not usually just bird, like some type of animal usually, but in most decks it's always going to be some type of Avery guiding them. And so Libra, the Ace of Cups clarifying your Ace of Cups, I mean, do I even really need to get into this, darling? Your cup is going to extremely overflow, and you don't see it coming, right? Because I see the Knight of Cups coming in, offering the Ace of Cups to you. So it's that opportunity that you really don't see coming to you, right? 9 of Wands, you persevering as the wounded warrior, Hanged Man, you see it's through this like Libra, I just wish I could like reach all my Libras that this is meant for, because it's just like you're being rewarded through you persevering through being that 9 of Wands. So I'm glad I did this setup. It was definitely not necessary just because it was repetitive, but it also was necessary in a way, Libra, just because it's just like we're just having an insane experience with your reading, Libra. Can we just like take a moment to really appreciate this, darling? But now, Libra, let's see how people are perceiving you this week. Let's see how how people are perceiving my Libras today. Let's see what's going on, how people are perceiving my Libras. Let's see here. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, Knight of Cups following you, Libra. So this Knight of Cups, this offer coming in might be coming in through some type of person that's been watching you, Libra, from afar. 6 of Cups coming in here, as well as the Hermit card coming in here. So Libra, I have to be honest here. How people are perceiving you right now, they kind of just see you kind of focusing in on yourself and being about your money, honey. With the 6 of Cups here, you know, I always will reference in terms of like 6 of Cups being like someone from the past, darling. But in this case, like 6 of Cups also by definition represents like receiving a gift as well. And so we can't really neglect that portion as well, because I feel like that's kind of where this is coming in at. I feel like people are just seeing you kind of just being more reserved, which isn't a bad thing at this time, Libra. But don't be surprised if people in your life are kind of feeling some type of way by your reservedness. They might take it personally if you don't cater to those connections, right? So just something to be watching for. Don't be surprised if you have some people in your life that feel just a little bit hurt or slighted just because if you're not paying enough attention to them. But people are really seeing you in your money. King of Wands and then 8 of Wands. Libra, I do definitely feel as if you need to make it your priority to really just speak in your power. Libra, speak in your power, because with this King of Wands and 8 of Wands, I see this both in this share the same similarity of where it's like you leading with the vision, you taking the charge of your own life and claiming your power. Now with the 8 of Wands, it also represents movement for you, Libra. And so for some of you guys, I don't know, man. I feel like something's big is on the horizon for you guys, Libra. And I feel like for some of you Libras, it's going to be coming, like this opportunity coming in is just like very much so like you being scouted in some type of way. Not for all of you Libras, but just some of you guys, just because of that dynamic of how those cards are being spread. But yeah, Libra, fabulous reading, darling. It was very nice to connect to y'all's energy, not just because I'm a Libra as well, so it's exciting news for myself, but it's just like, it's a nice change of pace from some of the heavy, more drama related readings that I've been getting recently. And so thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, Libra. Hope you found some cards that resonated with you. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, Libra, my website is down below, simplyvelca.com, darling. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of it just being Simply Velca, honey. And yeah, Libra, I will be connecting with you sometime in the near future, darling. I love you so much, Libra. Bye.